one more time. This is the HookHead General here with Baller Brown.
Yeah.
We record this. eh, We doing our thing right now. As you will see this on webcam soon enough. We got a lot of things going on. We got Baller Brown here from the Bronx. Just laced us up with the New York City shit.
Mhm.
Uh huh. I, you can start to see the little similarities, but we got our own thing. You understand? You don't have to look for the countries in this. We got our own thing.
Uh huh.
We got our own thing. Okay. Getting back. I mean, I'm gonna play a little word association with you real quick. Got a couple of artists. I want to see what you get. I mean, you could take like 20 seconds or less if you could. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go off real legendary. I'm gonna start off real legendary with
Yeah.
you. MC Light.
MC Light, legend.
Legend.
That's it. It's so funny because my man in Atlanta, shout out to my man Sean SP. He was saying on some of my music, and he was like, "Yo, you like the modern day MC Light?" I was like, "I don't even know about that, cause she's such a legend. I wouldn't even want to be compared to her. MC Light, the pioneer and the legend, nothing less,
Oh,
all day."
all right, cool. Next one, Lil Kim.
Little Kim is the pioneer of what she did. Little Kim is Little Kim, man. She is just one of a kind in her own. Created a lane. Little Kim is the reason why little Nicki Minaj and other female artists do what they do today.
Oh,
Like she just took the provocativeness to a whole nother level. But what I like about Little Kim is like she was just like the perfect combination, a perfect package. She could rhyme, she was sexy, and she was hood street. She kept it real. So Little Kim is another pioneer because she paved the way for a lot of artists, female artists, to be here today.
all right. You understand? Okay, cool.
Exactly.
Salt and Pepper.
Another legends and pioneer the groups, man. Like they was lyrical, holding it down as the like probably the only female group in a time where it was dominated by males, and they got their respect in that era. Like that was another group that my sisters put me up on. Shout out to my sister BB. She used to love Salt and Pepper. She used to blast them, and that's what kind of opened up my ear to hip hop too. So Salt and Pepper, they never legends in the game, you know. I respect everything that they did, and that's just pretty much it. Pioneers of the groups and all that held it down at a time where it was dominated by a lot of dudes. Word.
Yeah. All right. Kaya.
One hit wonder.
There you go.
my neck.
Be honest. Be honest.
My neck and back.
Okay.
I was a little disappointed when I saw her on that show with MC Search,
Uh huh.
and then she got caught out there spitting a rhyme. She had, you know what I mean? It was, you know, but I respect her because that my neck and my back was crazy for that time. But when I think of Kai, I think of One Hit Wonder.
Roxanne Shante.
Mm. That may be a little. I know a little bit about Roxanne Shante. I know she held down the Q Borough. It's a little bit before my time, but another legend in the game. Real queens on her back all day. So when I think of Roxanne Shante, I think of Queens. I used to get her and the other one mixed up. So um, Roxanne
The real
Shante and
Roxanne.
yeah, I used to get them mixed up. So I can't tell you too much about Roxanne Shante, but I
Okay.
know she was another Queens representative.
Speaking of queens, Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, the queen, the queen of hip hop. Nothing less, nothing more, nothing less, man. I love Queen Latifah because not only was she so, oh man, like lyrical with the who you calling the bitch who held it down for the ladies, but she always did her thing with respect. She always like, yo, I'm here. You gonna respect me as a woman. You know what I'm saying? She was just a queen. Her name speaks for itself. And not only that, but for her to spread her wings and branch out into other areas such as modeling, such as acting, such as all the things that she's doing, I have nothing but the utmost respect for the queen. And that's who she is, just the queen of hip hop, and she will forever be.
Trina.
Trina, the down south princess. Um, when I think of Trina, I think of Slip and Slide because I used to like Trick Daddy. I know there's a lot of females out there that love Trina, but I'm gonna be honest, I ain't really getting to her like that. She was kind of like down south, kind of. I know she was real sexy and provocative, but you know down south vixen diva. That's what I guess that's what I would say. But
Okay.
I know she's definitely relevant to the game. I know Kmart had that for a minute too. Shout out to Kmart.
All right.
I don't know if that's
Mr.
still is.
Lipneck.
Exactly. He
um.
on the Clippers too. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Came out on the Clippers too. That's crazy. But anyway.
Okay. I don't know how much that really matters too much because Kmart. I don't know if this is like the last year, last 2 years. Who knows?
Let's see what happens.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Cool.
Eve.
Eve. Oof. Rough Riders, man. Eve was just like the pit bull of the Rough Riders, man. Like the pit bull of the Rough Riders. That's all I can say too. From Philly, held it down. Shout out to Philly, man, cause y'all got some real spitters out there. Um, but I know she just to be the only female in a rough male dominated label and just be relevant. She was relevant through the whole time too. That's why I respect EVE too. Had TV shows and all that. So EVE just the pit bull of the Rough Riders, man. Held it down for her squad.
Lauren Hill.
Oh man, I don't. Lauren Hill to me is the. This is my opinion. I don't be mad, but to me, Lauren Hill is the best female ever to female lyricist and hip hop artist to ever bless the mic. That's how I feel. I know that's kind of a real big thing to say, but Lauren Hill is just incredible, man. What she did for the game and to the game, um, oh man, she's just incredible, yo. She just sing super talented, man. Just when I think of Lauren Hill, she says I'm disappointed that she left the game. Like a lot of people, I was disappointed when she left the game because Lauren Hill was great, the greatest female MC to me to ever grace the mic and ever to touch hip hop. That's how I feel, Lauren Hill.
Yeah. I I respected it too, and then I saw her perform, and then I just really hope that the game comes back
Yeah,
inside of her. It's not so much that she left the game. The game left her,
I feel you.
and it's just you saw it.
Yeah,
You saw the kind of disrespect that she showed when in her later days because I went to see her in a concert and it just seemed like I said the game left her because all of a sudden you started to see her. She came out in a red leather suit.
mhm,
We outside in August. Afro. I respect who she is and who she was, but I hope she comes back and comes out strong because the game needs her now.
yeah. A lot of people thought she went bonkers and all that, but bonkers or not, Lauren Hill is an incredible lyricist, and oh man, her lyrics and her albums and her work sends chills to my spine, sends chills to my soul. So if Lauren Hill could grace us again, I'll be the first online.
All right, Missy Misdemeanor Elliott.
Mm. Missy is the epitome of creativity. She is like just incredible with the fact that she could yee yee yow and make you and come with consistent hits and joints that just make you want to dance and move and for a big girl cause stuff to me I love Missy because she kicked down that barrier of she disregarded what image should be. You know what I'm saying? She was like, I'm here now, I'm a big girl, I'm doing my thing, I know how to rhyme, I'm relevant, and y'all gonna love me for me. Missy, she made the game love her for who she is, and that's why I respect Missy to death, yo. Super creative, could say some yee out shit and wow the crowd. Who no other person could say yee out and have the whole world tripping. Like I mean, that's about it. Word. She could get away with that. Only Missy could get away with that. Word.
Last one, Nicki Minaj.
Nicki Minaj. Oh man, I'm gonna be honest, yo. It took me a little minute. I went back and forth with Nicki because when she came out, it was just so different. What she was doing was so different. I felt like she was like the Little Kim Crush on Me video. I feel like she took that whole video and that whole style and just ran with it and kind of
Mm,
made it just who she was. But I went back and forth, man, because I was, I'm an old school head, so I respect my peers. I respect the people that came ahead of me. So I was a little offended at first, but when I really, really got to listen to Nicki Minaj and listen to her lyrics and bought her, I actually bought her album. When I heard it, I was pleasantly surprised and shocked because she has lyrical content and she's actually for the females, man. And I think that's what it is nowadays. A lot of shit is that we the industry or the image portrays one thing, but when you really listen, they saying something else. You know what I mean? So she's showing this character, you know what I mean, or this image that she's portraying, but when you really listen to her lyrics, she's really lyrical and she has a little something to say, you know what I mean? So respecting Nicki Minaj because what she's doing now is utterly incredible. I think she was like the first female hip hop artist to be on the Super Bowl like halftime if I'm not mistaken. Like I don't really remember a lot of hip hop artists performing during the Super Bowl, even though that was Madonna's joint, but Nicki came out like you know what I'm saying. So you know, I
Okay.
just gotta respect what I respect what she's doing. I respect her grind, man, because at the end of the day, I'm a lyricist and she's lyrical, so I respect her for that, yo.
I was expecting complete and other. I was expecting,
Something different.
because the image, as you spoke on, the image of
Yeah,
how the game is as far as dog eat dog, and
it
it's
is.
when it's really not supposed to be a world where you saw it on Love and Hip Hop, you saw it on a whole all these different ones. You see Kaya comes out with A to Z hateration type thing going on,
Mhm.
and what do you think needs to happen in order for female hip hop to really get back to what its impact was in the 90s and close to the early 2000s?
At the end of the day, I think female artists should just be themselves. I think it's too many people trying to take the lane of just sex sells, and I think that's the only thing I kind of went back and forth with Nicki with too because like she was just kind of provocative and her image was, you know, it was
Barbie-ish.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like she's portraying one thing, got little black girls wanting to be Barbies and all that. So like I said, it took me a little minute to really accept Nicki for what she doing, but in order for the game to get back to where it needs to be, I just think female artists just need to be who they are. It's not all about sex. 'Cause at the end of the day, we degrading ourselves, and guys only look at you for that and nothing more. You know what I'm saying? I can speak too, cause when I go to open mics and open venues, if I'm not shaking my ass and thighs for my cash to rise, people looking at me sideways like yo, and it's like a little extra hard. But when I go up there and do my thing, I just take my respect because they expect a female artist to just go up there and show their body off, but I'm here to show my skills off, my lyrical skills off, and I just feel that if female artists could, if y'all sexy, y'all want to show that, then do that. Just be who you are, man. Be who you are and keep it true to yourself. Make good music, yo, and do you, man. It's a lane for you. That's it.
All right. This is going to be part two. This is probably the end of part two, but we're going to go into our second track. Tell us about this track right here.
The Hit 'em up is a track, man. I heard this beat actually off an instrumental CD, man. It's called Bangers, and I heard this beat, man. It just grabbed me, yo. It was like I felt it was kind of like a down south type of feel. So I grabbed it. Like I said, like when I hear a beat, it just talked to me, and I have a lyrical conversation right back. So Hit 'em up is just we come through. They either feeling us, sick of us, dumb do spitting up, man. So we come through on some Tupac shit. We gonna hit 'em up, and that's that.
All right. We're going to bring you, hit 'em up. Bowler Brown is going down, and we bringing it to your town.